The book.
Schnell, you could pull it up.
Yeah, he also has the Maamaar. VLLive.com.
دول
Anyway.
إذا الصيغة لكل الصيغة
No, take the booklet.
كان نايمة
Yeah.
It's from last week's booklet.
ليل شني شلخا بسقط شني
Yeah.
دالي
Yud Gimel Tishrei. No. Yud Gimel Tishrei. Hiluga,
no
this one, the first Maamaar.
is it for this week
Last week's. Last week.
last week Sunday I mean last week
Yeah.
um שבוע של חג הסיכון
First page? Yeah, first page.
שבוע של before
דלת תשרי?
לקחת לכם ביום ראשון
Yeah.
יהיה צדד.
Yes.
By the way, who's the Indian of I heard that I've been don't forget did not buy the little of an answer before Yom Tov. It was a reason for it. I don't remember why. Because this Kenyan of to own. I don't know. Remember.
They never didn't buy him?
No, I'm saying.
First of all, they got a lot of them for
gifts.
gifts. You got gifts. I don't know.
Okay, and so the question is there any special thing to do it after Yom Kippur or before Yom Kippur, or it does not really matter?
Whenever you get the good deal, when they get a good asset.
I got it last week.
I found it. I put it on the side. I never always. I buy it after Yom Kippur. So I asked them to put it on the side. I said I'm going to keep my money. And I knew that last year I went and nothing was that.
Did he put it aside for you?
Yeah.
You buy it by Hecht?
Not this year.
Where to buy?
Not by Hartman.
Oh, very nice. Hartman has good stuff.
Yeah.
Hartman. He goes to Hartman.
Shapiro.
Somebody asked me a question before I came here. Like a dollar to come to the sun.
Yeah.
We came here to maybe on 16th Avenue and we did sport. Went with his sister and she went to a doctor. He has COVID. But he didn't feel it. The question is, mask and blood sugar and everything else. Oh, yes. I don't know.
He's not asking me.
No, he asked me, and I said I asked him.
I don't know. You should ask the gabbai or the rabbi where he's going to go down over there.
Okay.
But לקחתם לכם ביום ראשון, פי עץ הוד, דקף וסתמונים וענף עץ עובד וערבי נחל. וידום השיקשה הזה במדרש, the Medrash says, why does it say ביום ראשון? ועתה אומר ביום ראשון. What do you mean ביום ראשון? It's ביום חמישה עשר. Mefarshim explained, the question is, even though you say the Esrog is B'Yom Rishon of Sukkot, but at Sukkot it says that in the 15th day of the 7th month you should build a Sukkah. It doesn't say B'Yom Rishon. So why doesn't it say the 15th day of this month you should also take a little bit of Esrog? Then it says Apik Kabbalah, Apik says the Sukkah and the Lulav are connected. So B'Yom Rishon, the first day of Sukkot, you have to take a Lulav. That's what our minig is, to do the bracha in Dafke and the Sukkah. But the Medrash asks a question. Right, we bind them in the Sukkah. The Medrash says a mashal. There was people in the Medina, they didn't pay taxes. You always hear on the radio, and if you owe back taxes, we'll take care of the back taxes. I don't know, it must be, it's a very big business. You always hear the advertisements.
Yeah, or they save if they're able to save
money.
More. No, if they find that they saved you a couple of dollars, they take 50% of it. There's insurance also the same thing. Huh?
It's a good business.
If you miss a payment, exactly where you are.
So the king, that the whole country didn't pay taxes for a long time. So he went to visit that country, had trouble. So first the Sekanim of the country came out and they begged for forgiveness. So he said, you know what, I'm moichel a third the taxes. Then the regular people came out and they were when he was already middle of the road, and they asked for forgiveness. So he said, you know what, I forgive another third of the taxes. And then when he came into the city, all the women and all the children and all the people in the city went and they fell to his feet and they begged him. for forgiveness. I said, you know what? I forgive all the taxes, but no more monkey business. From today on, you got to pay taxes. Yeah. But forget whatever taxes, forget about it. Forget about it. I think we should, the next president, whichever president will agree to make this law, everyone's going to vote for him.
Every New Year's.
Every fourth year. There'll be no taxes.
No, nobody owed back taxes.
Right.
Yeah.
So the Medrash says, and Rosh Hashanah, the tzaddikim, they come out to the Eibishter, and the Eibishter forgives a third. Then it says, he made tshuva, he forgives the other third. Yom Kippur, every Yid comes to shul, davens, the Eibishter forgives the last third. He said, from now on, no monkey business. Starting to keep a cheshbon. The 4 days between Yom Kippur and Sukkot, every Yid is busy. No one has time to do an Aveda. Everyone's busy. The first day of Sukkot is the first time to get a chance to do an Aveda. So that's why it says, Lechem that this is Rishon L'cheshbon Avonos. This is the first day that a Yid gets a chance to do an Aveda. That's the Medrash. Let's read it quickly. The taxes. Again, the Eibishter says, "Mada ozal ozal." Nochel chushbena zebiyam rishon rishon l'cheshbon avonos. So moving shebiyam shemayim Yom Kippurim l'sukkot yishmai lagam al yom rishon kibiyam meilo l'shech klal inyan cheshbonos. Kim shabor v'posha adova shebiyam meilo kol echem ve'echem bnei Yisrael oisek v'osok v'torud v'sukkosei v'lulavi. The 4 days between Yom Kippur and Sukkot are very precious. There's no cheshbonis b'chal. Ish lavar in Yonah shel mitzvah netilas harba minim shezenem v'lakachtam l'chem b'yom harishon. V'achar achonim b'arba yom shmein Yom Kippurim l'sukkos shebehem zeh yisek b'sukkos v'zeh yisek b'lulavi. V'inyan dina yidua ma shemevar b'al elul v'hem shel v'kocha v'chem ma'im revsen yisenu shelifnei zeh ad l'amor sukkos shebesider l'admor emtzoi v'amor sukkos shel Rabbein Azok. The Rebbe had a very big koch, and the Rebbe Marash is my kocha. But you have to realize this is a farbringen on Yud Gimel Tishrei, which is Hilula of the Rebbe Marash. Why did we pick these 4 minim? Fish mevar baruch prote adava shebelula yesh mai shetzorech liskafus davke. So mashanama kapis tmorim chosiksiv, and the Gemara says pirush kafus that especially the top leaf. That's why the top a little bit breaks off. That's breaks. That there's a split. The top of the lulav, if there's two leaves that are growing ba'achtus, so there's a little split in the achtus, where in the top, where I could catch it. Then that could be a psul in the lulav.
And you go. Here's a question: after the 2 days, and it happened on the 3rd or 4th day, do you still need to get a new lulav?
Today, Baruch Hashem, we could. In those days, Wadan, Loikis, Teveroiv, this, or Makel. So we should call all of them the Vukim Machuzim Zebazek Kilo Mechud. Chinaf and Afeitz Avish, what's actually is Flossa Bachat Kina, and Shkola Shloisha, Yedelim Mekona Echad, that the 3 leaves of the Adasim are coming out from the same place. Kein Arbe Nachal Shgedelim Ba'achva, Shkola Gedulu Shan Loifish Al Achtos, Ba'ach Kam Breit Ode, the Der Milano Mishana Lashana, Shesoivel Al Atzme Kol Shinoim Avidim Arbe Tkufis Hashanim Shinim and Akotza Lakotza, Veserem Zakoloshim Nasham, Megam Godel, Makabel, Makola Arbe Avidim, Tesefet Smicha, Moise Viprat, Kimeduma, Shgedulu Hu Lashal Lashanim, Shalashal Lashanim, Nigmar Kol Gedulu Bishlemis. It's Mashma the Swain Rashi and another Rashi.
Is the only plea. All parents a good standard tree more than
all year. נמצא ששלוש פעמים ישחט שבוי כל שנורי האווירים המסחלפים בשונש, כל זה מוידה על אחתוס נפלא ביועצת. האח דפוכים מהקוץ על הקוץ ואחתוס היא באופן שלב זה לבד שאינם בניגוד זה לזה על אדרה בשטף כדי צירופם יחד נעשה גידול יוסף ויוסף עד שנזר במשך שלוש שנים והם שני חזקים. Everything of the four things in the lulav nesrik show an achdus. The lulav, all the leaves grow double. The achdus. The adasim, all three come from the same place as achdus. Tarovis is achdus, and the lulav esek is achdus. Everything is achdus.
What's the etrog? It's one piece.
It's one, but it grows for all four seasons. So it's achdus of all the four seasons. It's achdus of all the four seasons.
Not religious people, but they come to the esek. They go.
I don't know what they're looking for. I don't know.
They start smelling. So we don't do that. I don't understand it. So I was like, what do we understand it? What do they see it? And what we understand it? Now we're learning that we don't even understand what the understanding about understanding.
You have to make sure when it comes the night of Sukkot. Shulchan Aruch says every meal. The Shulchan Aruch says, and the Rebbe had a big koch and someone Hafresh Chafhei, that it says Laman Yedu Lechem that the Sukkah is Shaftas Bnei Yisrael. That a chelik of the mitzvah Sukkah is to know why we're sitting in the Sukkah. It's very important by every Sukkah to talk to the children, to the family.
Why are we sitting?
Yes, Mitzrayim, fine, but
yep,
that's part of it. Yes, Mitzrayim.
No. The Alter Rebbe says that it's a chelik of the mitzvah. It's not just a separate thing. That there is a mitzvah, and it's nice if you have the kavanah. It's a chelik of the mitzvah. It's a very important, very, very important.
So what do you do? Story to the kids. Explain to expressing.
That's why I'm here tonight. Just like before Pesach, we talk a few stories. We talk a few dvar Torahs that are short. Tonight is no different. Before Sukkot, there was a big tzaddik. His name was Rabbi Yisrael of Ruzhin. Today, a lot of the Rebbes go back to the Ruzhin at tzaddik. Rabbi Yisrael of Ruzhin was actually a grandson of the Maggid Muslim. Yeah. There was one of the till today. It's not a big Hasidus, but it's a small group.
Yeah.
Husiyat and Chassidim in Tel Aviv.
In Tel Aviv, yeah. I learned by them. Yeah, my father spoke at the time that I was going to be tried to put me into it. I knew the family. Married to Ashlag, that's the Ashlag. So we tried to
from the Husiyat, and were married to an Ashlag.
So that's how I got my neighbors, so you put me in, whatever.
They have like a yeshiva stuff?
Yeah, small, very
small.
Yeah. Well, there's no Shapiro, the big Shapiro that Greg Gvir, that's a son-in-law. By the
his son is a son-in-law of the
him. He's married to the Ruzhin.
That Monya Shapiro is married to a Friedman, to the daughter of the Siyatan Rebbe.
I guess that's what I know.
It was in the Ami magazine last year or 2 years ago. There was a picture of his four sons. I remember one of them was married also to Rebbe, but I didn't realize that he was a Gresa Knaka in the Knesset. You probably remember him. Monya Shapiro.
Yeah. Just as a copy, to start Shtichim.
Yeah, that was his business, Shtichim.
One of them was actually airlines. I know the summer.
Given a Gresa Yid.
I wasn't happy that Rebbe with me.
No.
That's what was the father.
Right. He was a businessman. So he aligned Tazoi. He was not.
It was very
right.
That was unhappy.
And him, he killed him off down.
Yeah.
They killed him off down. You know what? It's unbelievable. There's zero left of the Mafdal.
That's a lot to say.
Huh?
Zero. Nothing.
Nothing left to them. They were such a powerful party.
It was like it was a Likud.
90% of the people they saw it.
Yeah.
Zero.
90%. They left 10%. Mavdal was left zero. Mamish zero. That's such agmas nefesh that I had. Such agmas nefesh. Such agmas
The
nefesh.
Mavdal has a representative in America. And because one of the daughters, one of the representatives, ate in my house. She ate in my house. So my father, Mavdal, is one of the biggest one.
Nothing. Zero. Zero. Deserve it. But anyway, back to, sorry, we got off the topic. So, because it hurts, these people had the power to fix me Yehudi years ago. They had the power to fix me Yehudi years ago.
Money.
Yeah. So, he's such agmas nefesh. The Rebbe wanted they should fix one word in the law. The giur is kahaloch. Giur is kehaloch.
And nobody else can change that.
Yeah. Giur is kehaloch. Anyway, so the Usiyatan Rebbe moved to Tel Aviv. When he passed away, he had a granddaughter who lived in his house or apartment. And one night she hears a little bit of noise, whatever. She didn't think much of it. She comes next morning and she sees the house is empty. Zaganav, a Tel Aviv Ganav. There's zero left in the house. Mamish is they had the delusion of Rebbe's, they had gold and silver, and they especially the whole idea was like Asalcha Berachova, was everything was stolen. Guy emptied out the house. She was so upset. You see, a lot of these things that he had was from his father, from
The war.
from before the war, going back to the Yisrael Brujin. A lot of them, or a lot of them were gifts from famous chassidim that inscribed in it. It was not just the money. They had a value of kedusha and history. There was two pieces that she found on the couch. What happened was that she decided the day before to polish, and she took two pieces and she didn't get a chance to polish it. She put it on the couch and she put a towel over it.
But they didn't take it.
Yeah. So one of them was a box, an Essig box.
I saw about. I know
So
that thing.
beautiful story. I'm planning to tell the story, and it's a Shem at my table. So she remembered that that box had a beautiful story to it. What happened was, in the time of the First World War, the Osiat Rebbe moved to Vienna, and Osiat Rebbe he was a grandson of Yisrael Ruzhin. His name was Yisrael.
Grandfather, my great grandfather was a Shiatner Chassid.
Yeah.
I think
You know who else over here? You remember Mr. Lerner? His grandfather was also Siyat and Achas.
Dr. Lerner?
Dr. Lerner, yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's Zeta.
Yeah, Zeta. So
My great grandfather, Shalom Shachman,
yeah,
aka Shu,
okay.
the original.
So he came the right moment. Kocha brought this. So what happened was he had this beautiful box for the acidic, and it disappeared. It disappeared. So the family called the police. And the
Wait,
police
wasn't this box on the couch?
no. She remembered a story from 40 years before
From 40 years before. Okay.
that they called the police, and the police came. They did a thorough investigation. It turns out that 2 days before, 2 days earlier, there was a woman that was working in the house, a girl, a young Hungarian girl, Jewish girl, and she quit. Okay, so this girl quit 2 days ago, so it was time to visit her apartment. I went to her apartment, they searched, they found the box. They arrested her. So the Rebbe, the Siyat Rebbe asked if the police could release her for a few hours. He wants to talk to her. She was so embarrassed. She came and she told the Rebbe that she came from her parents were divorced. Her father was an alcoholic, and she had a very bad life. She came to Vienna to try to make a little money. Um, she had met a boy, a Jewish boy, and they decided to get married. He sends her gifts all the time. They're not religious, sending her kids. And she doesn't have money to buy him a significant gift. So she stole the Esrig box to give him a gift. That was the story she said.
But there's
So
something
the Rebbe said, I understand. So why didn't you tell me? He took an envelope with money, serious money, gave her. And he said that I'd like you to go and buy a beautiful, beautiful Esrig box. I want you to come tomorrow here and I want to see the Esrig box. And then the Esrig box, a brand new Esrig box, you'll send it to your chassan. Came next day, she really went to and bought a beautiful Esrig box. And the Rebbe said, now I'm my mashamish is going to be in charge. Anything you need for your chasna, let him know, and you'll get whatever you need. Since she said her father was not out of the picture, my mashamish is going to be personally going to your chuppah to be there for your chuppah as if he's your father. And then the Rebbe asked that his family should go to the police station and they should take out the complaint. They made, I'm sorry, we made a mistake. There's no complaint. There's no robbery, misunderstanding, whatever. That she shouldn't have any problem with the law. So Sheshkocha Prat is that this box is the box that the Ganev did 40 years later in Tel Aviv. That
So
this
that's what
Ganev.
I was thinking that is that the box or he changed the box?
No, he took back his own box because that was a box of special to him. Because he had it maybe from the Zachosid or maybe, but he gave her the money to buy a very expensive box. And his own box, 40 years later, when the Ganev in Tel Aviv came and cleaned up the house, that box stayed.
Yeah, but Yoeli across the street told me a story like this. He said that he went with his wife out and the babysitter there. And when she left, she looked in the closet. She's missing a fur coat. They know she was there and she left. So they're going out to discuss what to do, and they see Rabbi Khan. So Rabbi Khan said, oh, but the maid stealing? They were. So they told him what the story. He said, call her back and tell her she has 1 hour to bring the coat back. Otherwise, we call the police. Hour later, she came to the door. She put the fur coat, and she has a bag with a lot of jewelries that she took, and they didn't know about it today. I don't know if he took her back to work or not. This you have to ask him. But he told me this story like a few days ago. Yeah.
So this is a beautiful story to tell a mitzvah to the Kindle. Back into the Maamaar, the Esrig shows in the of Achdus, the Lulav shows in Achdus, the Rov show in Achdus, the Dasim, because all of them are the idea of Achdus. Lulav grow together, Dasim grow together, Rovas grow together, and the Esrig grows in the tree through all seasons. The Vaita is going to say to Maamaar a beautiful thing. How does he have Achdus? Person that has a lot of Yeshus is very hard to have Achdus. A person that has bittul is these four things in this world has bittul. When there's bittul, there's achdus. When there's bittul, there's achdus. This is something you can even understand the children. When you want your children that they should get along, that your children should be ba'achdus with each other. There's no achdus, that means a lot of gaiva, a lot of yeshus.
It's not easy to put children together.
Yeah. By the way, somebody came up and there's one of the after last year in the Kippur situation that they had to fight. He said this is he doesn't want to make a judgment, but this history goes back that when we have fights of our own, disasters happen.
For sure. But this year, Baruch Hashem, was unbelievable achdus. Mamshach levar hemshach v'kocho, kam ha'makemis. Keitze yoch lis in yen achdus v'yam shem nimtza b'olam shenik k'ra olam ha'pirit. How do you have achdus in the world of piruch? But there we see the ayin, the godly ayin. That you have it from Yeshus. That's how you have such a period. Mashenkin b'tzadayim. Amavis yesh in a little bit about shalish achin in shalmigud. Ein afil in shel eschalko shenatz a bittul on etzis kamash mavash mamash b'shnei sarim b'delu shemen agdim zelazeh mamdol fnei machnas shalom benem kim olam agdim klal bishim zbatel mitzvah samagama vur b'teres amagim. The Maamaar is all the possibilities. Shalom Amram Mechol Sasha Man Gvil Sasha Yeshin Mechan Zezek Kishkat Korachas Shalom Amram Bezashe. Am Shalom Fachidim Shazah Pathik Nemela. וזה נמשך גם למטה שיש מינים שהם יכולים שמינים בוסם מכך שהם נקראים לבוסם ינה אחתס בפי גידולים כל פרוט הדברים נספרים להם ונגיע לארבע מינים. The Chassidus says a marshal from the Magis that there was a king that had two sons but they couldn't get along. But right in front of the Melech, they would lose themselves. They would be brought to the Melech because the main thing is let's serve the Melech. So the differences melted away. Now, what does the Melech want? What does the Melech want? So the Oitza Shalom Emroimo, we ask Shalom Aleinu. There are a few things in this world that have this tchuna, that because there's the Inyan of Bittul in them, therefore they could be Misacher. When there is Yeshus, it's very hard to be Misacher. When there's Bittul, there could be Misachers. זהו, גם מה שיודעים בצנתר בסער במינים נאסים שחס הדס שלי גם דס הוא עניין שמביא הדר הפירי. One of the big things in the kavanah of the Daled Minim is that we do 1, 2, 3 to the heart, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. We're bringing the Indian of Das.
That's what I was wondering.
Das.
The whole Indian of 3, 7, 8. What is the dargle? Even by Yom Kippur, let's say Yom Kippur, we say Hashem Shema Yisrael one time. And the other one's 3.
Everything is different. I don't know.
Yeah, right.
What's a Yom Kippur Zainza?
Same thing. Then say on Sukkot also. Why 3?
And because Sukkot has to do with bringing Das into every level. And
but why 3 times? Why I'm saying what's the point? Das,
the reason.
And there's other things also. And Mitzvah maybe we'll learn the Maamaar about the Kavanah San Anun. But then Anuim is all about bringing Das. When there's Das, that makes Achdus. بعد الكيرب شكين الأصل بتصير لا يرى ولا شخص كمال على الداس جماعة شو يعمل في إيش أسرائيل كلهم يدرس أن كاتم العجلة ما هينش متصدق الداس بايفن شلم مسلو يتصرف أخيرا مش بالمكابل ועד שמור בהם שבכוח פירש נפלא ממש נמלוי לעמדו הידיס אשריהו שאין איש אלא הקדוש ברוך הוא וראיו ניצוץ הנשמה שחלק אותם מהעלמה שלא עשה לא בלא יעמדו איש אשריהו שלא יצטרך ליס אפילו עניין כל בנך למודי השם שזהו על דמי השם כל מידי אויסי דייקה עצם סמוז לכם לא יצטרך שאיש זה הקדוש ברוך הוא למה וסראיו Also will be an unbelievable amount of dash. Now, our job is to bring das. By days, the Shemizmash, we make a kimatzi, they want to kimitz, Yeshnamater, kimitz, Kedevoish, close some shakazu, Kala Shama, Zay day, Arba Minishimuluva, Pidiviramed, Sherikimitz, close, Shan Shabalach, that told us Aveda, Adosha, Lachina, Salachta, Kitverach, Shemim Kipurim. That's the first mitzvah when we do in the Rishon HaCheshbon Avonis. והנה נויסל זה העניין האחת שיש שם חלף מערב מינים לפני עצמה יש גם האחת שנעשה ידיקים ומצווה לקחתם לכם שכל הערב מינים נעשה עניין אחד מצווה אחס הידי זה נעשה גם עניין אחת בין סוגי של בני ישראל קדוש הערב מינים הם דוגמה הערב סוגים שיש להם ישראל היכל הסוג שדומה לעסק שנקרא פי היצעד שמן עלי מן ההודם של המינים there's the esrik Jew שיש ביתם ויש בריח שיש במתוירה ויש במייסים תוירים And then there is a Lulav Jew, there's a Dasim Jew, and then there's a Rava Jew. Nasa Day, Mitzvahs and Tilas Arba Minim Kash from Shabasaifa, Allah, close in Achtash, and Nasa Day Ava. From word Perikalamed Beisha, they came a mitzvah for Achal Achak Kamoichta. Nasa Achtas and Mitzvahs Mikola Sugim, Makotza Athiyalian Adlamata Mata. This is a physical demonstration of the inner Achtas. So besides every one of the Minims Achtos, the idea of Achdus of bringing the 4 minim together. Before the war, there was one of the big Rebbes in Poland was Alexander Rebbe.
They're Hasidim in
yeah, today it's like
my nephew is Alexander.
Yeah. in Warsaw.
Never.
They used to be.
What he done?
He's
Husband was Alexander. He came to the wedding. I was there in a minion. I mean, a minion in that step, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, he came from that. So, yeah. He comes here to collect money. So he comes to him all the time. He wants a Shabbos. He always calls me. Come, we're making, you make something. You eat them or whatever. I don't know what's first.
How would I know?
I don't know what it, I know I'm saying, I don't know what it is. But maybe next time if you want to eat. I'll bring you in to show that a little bit of but he brings them every time. So he came for the wedding. He made the late
Nothing
wedding.
left. There were before the war in Warsaw. It was like a big city. So Nebuch, they were decimated by the Holocaust. So the story was told about Alexander Rebbe. The Rav from Pietrikov, who was also a businessman, he was a Gaon Otzim. He wrote the Sefer Nefesh Chaya, finally as a wax. He had a piece of land near Tveria, and he planted there a lot of trees of the Sroigim, and he would ship all the Sroigim to Europe. There was also a business. He really believed in building up Eretz Yisrael, so he wanted to invest in Eretz Yisrael. So one of the things he used to send as a gift, he used to send esrogim to the big Rebbes. Alexander Rebbe used to get from him an esrik. One year, the Alexander Rebbe got from him an esrik, and he checked it. He didn't like it so much. So he sent back a shliach asking if he could send him another esrik. So he came back, and the shliach asked if he could send another esrik. And he sent him a very nice esrik. Like, he wants him a nicer esrik. He remembered that a day earlier he had sent to another Choshev, he had sent him a beautiful esrik. Mamish, something special. And he felt bad. Oh, I could have sent that to Alexander Rebbe. So you know what? Wait a little bit. He sent someone to that Rav saying that Alexander Rebbe wants a nice esrik. And I gave you already that. Do me a favor. I give you an exchange. Huh? That Rav said, no problem. They sent the esrik to Alexander Rebbe. Alexander Rebbe picked it up. Said, it's very nice. But I feel a lot of agmas nefesh. It's a very depressed esrik. Send it back. They said, but Rebbe, what are you going to use? He said, they didn't, Rabbi Wax send me a box of like esrogim, No, he had to hang up in the sukkah for no sukkah. The junk esrogim, just to hang up around the sukkah. Maybe. They looked. They found one that was kosher. It's a beautiful essay. I want this essay. I want this essay. In other words, he said to Chassidim that after Yom Kippur, he takes the essay. He knows what you were saying before, after Yom Kippur. After he says, by Ne'ilah, the Yud Gimel Mid Sarachim, and he cries, his ears and his eyes get clear, and he could tell what's a good esrog. What's the pshat in the story? Obviously, he felt when he saw the esrog, either Miruach HaKodesh, or he was a smart man, and he helped that if the esrog is so nice, something's wrong. He realized that whoever had the esrog gave it away with agmas nefesh. He didn't want that esrog. And then the whole idea of esrik is achdus. 4 types of Jews. Every Jew is ba'achdus with another Jew. Here, esrik is a agmas nefesh esrik. We rather take a esrik from the box, with all the junk. The junk is roigin. Oh yeah, it should be ba'achdus.
Was living before the Shoah?
Yeah, before the Shoah. Yes, before the Shoah.
And tell you that it's not only about how clean it is, it's also about how you it's reflecting on you.
Yes, 100%. Now you have two stories to tell your kids. You have another four stories you have to come up with. There's 6 meals. You need 6 stories this year. You have the story of the
It's
Esrik
a
box
box.
with the Husayat and Rebbe, and you have the story with the depressed Esrik with Alexander Rebbe. Now you have another four to go. Okay, let's continue the Maamaar. Bottom line, the Maamaar that every one of the four things is the idea of Achdus. Lulav has an Achdus, Esrig, Hadassah, Maravis, and the whole thing of putting together is in your Achdus. Even them Vur, Baruch, Besefer, Mabon, Tafishlam, Vini, Baftas, Shamalakefa, וידוע שבזה שני פירושים, בטבס באהבת פירוש אחד, באהבת שלושים ציבור פירושים, מושנף תוכן, זה בטבס באהבת נכון שתי אהבס, אהבה אהבת שלוש שייך למציאות, אהבה שני שלוש שייך למציאות, והתוכן. Bahafta means two things. It's a commandment and it's a promise that you're for sure going to come to Bahafta. It's a hektim teres amagi shebevir sheila ich she'ach tzivui ala ava she'tzivui ala zbonu shemi bila de'ava. Lesbonu she'nim shebesechel she'ach tzivui. How can you command someone to have Ava? If he loves, he loves. If not, he not. The commandment said the Magid is to be mizboinen. The Ava will come later. They should be kind of the Ava, but they've asked to the beduymes are moving gamen again. Let's see the after rach person thinks about after rach thinks about Perek Lamed Beis and Tanya, automatically will come to have Ava of another Yid. There's achas sheich lametzivi. There's bonus. Ava sheich there's bonus. So close. So that Bishop said nafshel kisach. Yesh naili is minyan Ava. Sheinechem lavali. Ali elo yidei bonus. So ikera Ava shum parshat sheich trishma bet nikom eidach lamar medilak bola. شكلوس إني ده لما ولا شيخ لا يلا ما توي هنا بشوز يشتغل ما بدل بير أنا مش بعرف that there is a second thing that it's a gift melamaila that's a gift melamaila lama is to purifies nafsh bahamas to get the gift when you said هنا خلق بين أبد سنفش الكيس لا بدل بير نفش bahamas بلوغ مسخلق بين أنا ما تيكل ما توي شعيل ما تيكل نعمل الله شنو اسمه مؤاتل וכאלה מרובים, ולא יודע מתי, נאמר Allah של ארץ מרובים, כאלה מועטים, אבל אמר משפיל שפועל מתי, ריבה שההיר או בעצם בלתי, בכנס הכאלה אפשר, נהיית הכאלה גם בעל מתיו, אך הכאלה בכנס נהיית, בכנס תפלו בת ויקרא, שער בכנס הרי בעצם, בתיקם בסדר הפך שער לסי מועטים, שביל שער. שיקרא שמאירום, בכנס הכאלה, כאף בשער והגילוי הוא מבכנס הרי, ولما كلا أيرس ذاتي كلا معاتم مكة بيتهيلا ملا كيلا ملا خين نمشى هو بيجيله فيه شو متصدق كيلا كما يرى شو مش كشمير لأن حتى كمان أنا تيك مزام move that in Toyu the main thing was the oil in Tikin the main thing is the keilim مزام move جامد كيلا خلق بين أفيد شو متصدق نفس الكيس لا أفيد نفس شبه بيرو نفس شبه هم نفس الكيس إكره أفيد سبعة عشر شبه days بيننا نفس الكيس the main avoid is to get Ava through thinking Kol Ava Shabbat is bonus, see the Fia is bonus. May let him and did the Bakbala. If there's a big is bonus, a big Ava. Small is bonus, a small Ava. So there's a limitation to the Ava. I don't fish a Shashman, I'm taking the Shabbat Shabbat, Bagil, Fishman Salakelu. And it calls him the Bakbala with Salakela. Yes, Ava Shalaman with the Bakbala, I didn't use it, but call Shamidus bets and Gul Hari Lamal with the Bakbala, I didn't feel Shas Holo here. There's bonus at Aka, God Lava, yes, with bonus. Shavil de Ava, Vachel Pomerman, so Hob is bonus, Palkapan, is bonus Mila. She have a Lamala de Bagbola, Ella, Yesh, Sarah, that should mean in a gash and it's used. Yesh, so I that should have Nefsh, Mahamish, Ham, Dafki, Yeshna, Hamoitza Pia, Shamal Matoish, I feel like Shabala Mata, they shmid and the feel cooler turn the page, Yesh Bahinian. Doiris Merubin, Vila Kedu, Life and Move, and they should not Nefsh, like his Mr. Fedish Nefsh, Bahamas, Lavarid, Lois, Lamkar, Shashwan, Matoy, and the boy Lavash, Lamar, Medibagbola, Al Shalzenemer, Vash, the Malosh of Toch, and Shainzo Avish, Shelam, but Sadis bonus. Haze is bonus, she, I feel his bonus now, Beso Zua, Avish, Alosh, Shachin, Shalaf Toch, Moshe, Indian Ahilo, Nastav, Yeridis, and Shama Lamata, Shade, Kodam Yerid. Hoy sar shama bkhins amid khay hashem elokay sel shamat v'faram mashen ke yedei yerid lamat nas bkhins mahalach ke yedei ay boyd lem natar kem metzl kel mazagash medaf kem zgal mat mayres ke bishem mayres merub mayres de toyu fishem ska mekash mes ma vayde de tikel. So bottom line is we said that there's two types of ava. And there's Ava that comes through your bonus, and Ava that comes as a gift. The Ava that comes as a gift is when you work with your Nefesh Bahamas, the Abishta gives you a gift. But the thing is, because Nefesh Lakis is a lower Ava, because it comes from the world of Tikkun. But Nefesh Bahamas, when you work with your Nefesh Bahamas, because it comes from the world of Toyu, it unlocks unbelievable strong Ava. They day say Yuvan Gaman Gil until it's Ava Minim, Shafa Bishakfar, Hoys Ava, the Ruchnas Bin Kipurim. ביום שלפני זה, מקום הקדש יש להם עניין על המטה, של אחר זה עניין לקחת אותם ביום ראשון. And after the Achon of the 4 days, ארבע מינים הקשורים גש מסוילם דווקא, ואני שאף על פי שהעניין דריסק, מסוכוסה, כושר עניין ענן הקטוידס, שזה עניין, avoid achinailas beruchnius, as it says that the skach and the sukkah comes from the anan aktoidus. So it's a ruchnish of a ruchnis. Ktoidus is very ruchnis. It's Yom Kodesh HaKadoshim, Yom Kippurim, Kohen Gadol, Tachlis HaGedusha, Olam Shan Nefesh, Machomak Medishim, Shachal Mate, Still by from Makif. Vacham by from Pnimi, Adezeh, they look at Mochem Isha, Abba Minim Gashmi. We have to bring it down in the Arba Minim Gashmi. That's the Maila in Sukkot over the Avodah of Yom Kippur. Yom Kippur was Beruchni, so now we're bringing down the Avodah Begashmis. So Yom Gama Shanama. How was Shem Kol Gem Shem Kol Kolam Kolam Chazde? I do a dig Bezer. I catch you now. Kim Shem Kolam Chazde. Lachen. How was Shem Kol Gem Shem Kol Kolam? Why should the nations of the world praise Hashem Dafka because the miracles for the Jews? Opinion who the Hindi Yana Shachag Asuk is. Shabbat Makirim Shivim Panim Al Yedeza Panim Al Hashivim Asorim Shalom Alam Mela Gam Al Hashivim Umes Misham Lamata Hainu Shemeshet Svamorim Lamorim Nasum Shubodim Lesnag Al People as Meisol Bakravas Akabonas Achag both in the Peichas Vahila Achina Vadar Chamel Nasas came Lamata and again Chol Hashivim Umes that the 70 nations realize Loizu Bava Chenim and Nagim Fatsashon Lesol Adraba Atmai Merazal Ilo Umes Elam Yoidim turn the page Pisha Asarim Lamala Man nifal through the carbonas that are chagasukis. Maha, yeah. Maha mikdash yafalahem kastidius emakifen shemaginim abesaya mikdash. Loken halos shem kolgem shabchuka malum medugmas shem alasalav as apacham love the shechem echad. That's the sheiches of a halos shem kolgem to sukkis, because we say if the goyim knew how good for them if they avoided the base of mikdash, they would protect the base of Mikdash. Was not seeing the government Chazak, a Krovis Shivas Ponim, Negate Shimas, Masailum, Shunim Bitter, and then Tzotis, Shanaf, and Prina Shiva Malkin, the Toy, showed Shiva Momus, Shadez and Makabam, they saw all the Toy, Shumavarim, Maklipa, Vashvira, Lachin, Zebauf, and government Chazak, the Mila made the Vakbala. As we said, that Sukkis is the Mila of working with Toyu. So that's the 70 nations of a Shaykhs with the sparks of Toyu. يدوش كلهم يوم شيء بيجي لاسك كرمه مش بيس مش فكينه وطلم مثلا ما بين سنه مثلا شيء تعرف شيء ده بعمر وميوخ بس ما نقولش ميوخ يس بيك مش مش سنه سكاف ما مال سنه صعب متصل أبدا سبيرونه مثل متصل نكر عشان جمرة على شيء دوردي كسم شيخ whoever does finish the malacha gets the credit, so we're gonna finish the job and we're gonna get the credit. שמבארים איזה פאקים קטנים שנשאר על המארים הפים ובא שם לקוח תפקיד של לעשות לך שזה כאן יד וניקלו כבד השם ברוקו בס דווקא בס הגש יש הגש יהיה כבד השם ובשכן גם נגיד לנו לעלו שם כל גויים שבחג הסוכה שעניין זה צריך לזבח שרين זה בפועל הגני בוסר מסר האחרון מהצעה ועד למטה ביום השבעים כפורם לסוכס ושכנגד the 4 י' ו' the 4 days between Yom Kippur and Sukkot is Yud, Hey, Vav, Hey. Idei Shabnei Yisrael Trudim Tzedrogen Machonas L'Chag HaSukkos Zeus B'Sukkos Zeus B'Lovei Idei Zepoilim Shoar B'Yom Yom Yekvanin Hal Shem Kol Gem Shem Chol Kol Meitz Asora Mailam Elamei Gem Mata Shum Esalam Nasa Bottle Mavutel Gabi Elakus Lobonim Atam Al Hashem Al Kech L'Chem Akifim Kol Yin Tev Gdush L'Shamar Kim Hashem Gishim Farei Bein Imhem Yoidim Eloi Hin Asar Shalom Aila Yadea Zepoil Gam Lamata Inni the Halav Shabchu Benegel Alakus. Why is that ever saying this? You have to remember this happened right after the Yom Kippur War. The Rebbe, we'll talk about it. The Rebbe was a moeidige verbrengen, that verbrengen. Unbelievable Gili Alakus and things that the Rebbe said at the verbrengen were remarkable. It's unbelievable shyness. And what did ever said at that Verbringen? Um, It ever said at that Verbringen that the whole summer it's like a koch. It's like a koch. Convenient from the P oil and the Yankim Misada to Ois. And now it turned out that Taka, that was the reason. It's like a koch. It's like a koch. It's like a koch. So they said like, wow. It was like a shayla. Why was there such a koch? The whole summer. Now it turns out we know why.
Remember as a kid where people couldn't talk about it that was to the Shalom by the Toysa. It was one of the few times that I went to the Kesa. So it was very expensive to go and talk about it with the wife. But I wanted, so I had money.
Now you go from the train from Tel Aviv
20
to,
minutes.
yeah, crazy.
What do you mean?
Yeah, crazy. This was, do you remember?
No. The express from
Yeah.
Tel Aviv
The
to
express,
Yerushalayim.
yeah, from Yerushalayim, yeah.
20 minutes.
With the McDonald's.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
20 minutes.
Took them a lot of years to build this up.
Yeah.
In 1973.
I can't wait to go on that train once. I want
It's
to.
fine, so
Pack it 20 minutes?
it's faster than take a car from Chabad to Yerushalayim. There's no parking in Yerushalayim. One way.
Right.
So if you're in front Chabad is the train station, you go one stop to Tel Aviv, change train, take you all the way to Yerushalayim.
20 minutes, Tak.
And then you go up, like
You feel when the train is going, you feel the speed or you don't even feel?
you do feel the speed.
You feel? Yeah. You feel that it's like, wow.
It's underground?
No, I'm done. Two floors.
Yeah.
שני קומות.
No, but you go to Hanan Mekazit, so I saw downstairs, it's a Rakevet in Tel Aviv. I didn't go, but I saw. That's a Rakevet.
The train is like a double-decker train.
Yes.
And when you were on the train,
then
it was packed? The train was packed? How much is a ticket to go?
government, mom government, garbage
Wow.
for free.
Wow.
I mean, for Israeli people, it's a lot of money, but for us, it's like $20 more.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Not because I don't want to take a taxi or car.
Yeah, where are you going to park? And it takes time to go up to Yerushalayim.
Yeah. To go into Yerushalayim, you're going to traffic, like go to Manhattan.
Right.
And you can park nowhere.
The Rebbe said this Maamaar Kesher to the Yom Kippur War. So the Rebbe said that's why the Rebbe's tying in. There's a Maila and Avodah Begashmis, which is the period of Toyu. And Toyu is the 70 nations of the world. And the Haloshim Kogam Shabachugo and Lalomim is said for Sukkot. And the Goyim, the Saudi Umas Olam realized that their whole chayes is from the Eden, so they should protect the Eden. So the Rebbe was saying in that Maamaar,
I take over and
right. So Reza Poil Gam Lamata Halalu v'Shabachu Labnei Yisrael Kipshute B'Korav Manim Kipshute Bagula Amitas Vashlema Yedei Mashiach Tzedkeinu. Same thing should happen now. That Kipshute, that the 70 Malachim Lamayla realized that the whole Chayis comes from the Eden and their avodas Hashem. Mela, instead of Chas v'Shalom, it's unbelievable. Like we need Hashem's protection.
especially today.
We need Hashem's protection. We need Nisim and Niflos. One drone comes in, but these guys are sending 180 a day. Today they had a trick. They tracked this all the way next to Yerushalayim. Where was it? Where did it?
Nachal. I have it.
Mamish deep in Eretz Yisrael.
Next to Binyamin.
Yeah.
That's my
Nachal.
grandson's base, Golani. He called his mother afternoon. Here we didn't know that word. Tzal did not say it. And he said he just hit my base. And he saw a lot of tsurim, a lot of punzul.
Vadi Ara.
And he said that
67 Behod.
and four,
Three killed and 8 are very, very dead.
by 4 soldiers.
And the drone went very, very low, so they couldn't see it. Functional.
We're checking now why they didn't see it and why the heads did not get it.
It's a Russian technology that's like a stealth drone or something. Like
They should often that should be the opposite. Shimon almost should realize how much they need the
Oh, Hashem will have
protect him. And it should be an hapachu. Sometimes you see, huh?
And America should not stop us to do what you're supposed to do. They are holding our hand like this. They give us stuff, but sometimes they don't do it long when you
But they do for everything.